Hi, welcome. All right, so moving on to the next part of freelance writing. These are terms that you should be familiar with as a freelance writer. The first one is proposal. Now, proposal has a lot of meanings, but keep in mind that everything I'm saying here is specifically related to being a freelance writer. So forget what you think you know about proposal, like business proposal and all of that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about writing a proposal as a freelance writer. Now, on Upwork, when you want to apply for a job, let's go back there. Okay, back to this one about YouTube script writing. Excuse me. All right, so submit a proposal, right? So for every job that you want to apply to on Upwork, you have to submit a proposal unless the job, even if they directly invited you, you still have to submit a proposal. So a proposal is just a written description of your plan on how you intend to help this person. Suggestions, solutions, things that you're going to do to help this person achieve what they need. So for this particular job now, if I were to write a proposal, the description is it's a long-term position with great benefits, bonuses, blah, blah, blah. You'll be responsible for writing 3 to 5 intriguing scripts weekly. Below are the links to my competitors channel. Oh, they've even given you a competitors channel. So all you have to do if you're a beginner is click on the channel, watch a very short video that this person has written, write the scripts, and then create something unique. And there you have a portfolio. Seriously, work sample. That it's as easy as that, or should I say it's as direct as that. It's not easy. So, requirements. You have to be an English expert, reasonable turnaround time. Yeah, this is probably another term that I should add, but since it's here, let me just tell you what it means. Turnaround time is delivery time. How long is going to take you to deliver this? Because the person said he needs 3 to 5 1,500 word scripts weekly. So reasonable turnaround time would be maybe you're delivering each script in 2 days or per day, depending on whatever it is you agree on. That's simply what turnaround time means. And then in-depth research skills, okay, accurate information. You're willing to work long term. Of course, he has already said that this is a long-term position, right? Knowledgeable, and then 12 scripts for $120. Wow, that is horrible pay. But if you're a beginner and you actually think you have what it takes to deliver what this person needs, you can actually apply for the job. Again, it is horrible pay, let's be honest, but for that experience, one thing Upwork gives you is an opportunity to actually compete with many people. And once you get your first gig, your first job, not just Upwork, Fiverr, and all those freelancing platforms, the pay is horrible on most of these platforms. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's very, very horrible. But what they give you is validation, a sense of validation, because let's face it, like I said, I started with less than 1 naira per word for content writing. And at that point, it was a win because I now had the belief that somebody was actually willing to pay for what I had to offer. That's one. When I got my first gig on Upwork, it was actually a good pay. My first gig, the first gig I had on Upwork was a good pay. And the second one was not very good, but it was another form of validation that people that don't know me, people that spend in dollars are actually willing to give me part of that money. It's another sense of validation. So that's basically what Upwork gives you. It gives you an idea of what people want when they're looking for writers, when they're looking for people with your skill set. Because as a beginner, you might not know what you're supposed to deliver, right? So it gives you experience and it gives you validation that there is somebody out there that would be willing to give you their money for the skills that you have. So, example of previous work to be considered for the position. Now, this is this person telling you that if you do not have work sample, I won't consider you for this position, which is why you just need to have something. And this is me telling you that even if you have never written anything, you can for sure come up with something with this thing that you have here. He has made it very easy. He has told you who his competitors are. These are the people that he wants to outperform, he or she, I don't know who. These are the people that he wants to outperform. These are the people that he wants to maybe steal their customers or take their customers, offer his services to their customers, right? He has told you these are his competitors. So all you have to do is visit this person's channel, look for a very short video, write out the script of that video, try to understand the thought process, the choice of words. I've said this before, and then create something unique. Create your own version of what you think would be an amazing YouTube script. Because it's something that you're passionate about, there's a very high chance that you'll be able to resonate with the message and you'll be able to create something even better than what the competitors are creating. And once you're done, just submit it as part of your proposal. That's it. That's all you need. So, um, how to write a proposal now? Mm, I'm trying to see. Okay, this person is new on Upwork. Some people are not new on Upwork, and when they are not new, they're going to have past work. They're going to have past work, and they're going to have what's it called? Reviews from other freelancers. And usually these other freelancers will mention their name. So, but for this one does not have a name mentioned, and that's not a problem. So you just how long would this project take? This person has already told you it's a long-term work. So, and sometimes they even used to list how long. See, they tell you more than 6 months. So don't go and select 3 to 6 months when the person is clearly telling you he wants somebody that can stay more than 6 months. So there's that, and then you come here and start with, hi there. It doesn't have to be hi there, just any friendly, casual opening letter. Don't say dear sir or dear ma, please. This is an international platform. It's in Nigeria that we carry sir and ma on our head as if it's a birthright. Nobody cares about the sir or ma. They want to be spoken to as human beings. So please, hi, hello. It's an enough greeting. If the person's name is there, hi Jason, hi Daniel, hi whatever the name is, and then you move on to writing your proposal. So the job post and the job description should guide how you write your proposal. As I'm doing this, I'm starting to realize that this video is also going to be very long, but as long as you get value, that's the most important thing. All right, so as a beginner, you okay, hi there. I see there are different ways to start this, and the more you practice, the better you get at writing the proposal. At least you'll see what works for your own kinds of clients, and you'll start tweaking your proposals to suit that industry. You can find you're going to find it's not that you can find you're definitely going to find different proposal templates. No one is wrong and no one is right. It's up to you. It's up to how you present it, it's up to how your client perceives it and how they choose to respond to the message that you're passing. So I see you're looking for this is a template, so to speak, and it's this particular starting line is telling the person that I've read what you posted. I understand what you're looking for. So I think you're looking for a long-term creative, right? He didn't write creative, right? But you can add it YouTube script writer for your channel. Now, you are a automobile aficionado, a fan of automobile, you know one thing or two about automobile. So you can talk about that experience, or maybe you've worked as a mechanic, or you have a racing car. If you have a racing car, I don't know what you're doing looking for a freelance job anyway, but you get my point. You have some kind of connection to automobile. So in my last job as a mechanic apprentice, my last job or internship or whatever as a mechanic apprentice, I learned that black is better than white, blah blah blah. Of course, please don't write that you think that black is better than white. Just try to connect with the message. I don't know anything about automobile, so I cannot forge um a reasonable proposal from this, but you get my point. After telling the person that I know what you're looking for, the next thing you want to do is tell the person how you can connect to the job, how you the experience you have or the kind of connection you have with that industry, right? Just before you even start listing, maybe I have 1,000 years experience as a freelance writer, blah, blah, blah. Tell the person that you have this particular connection to this particular industry that they are interested in. Then when you're done, if I was the one applying for this job, I would also mention that I've gone through the channels of your competitors, and I noticed that if you notice anything, and I noticed they both had something missing that we could leverage for your own scripts to make you stand out. Hmm. You can even go ahead to point out what you noticed. I noticed that they seemed a little too serious, a little too serious, or animated to no, animated is still fun, or robotic, yeah, which makes it difficult for some information to pass through or to resonate or to for information to sink in or whatever. I know that infusing a little bit of humor, and personality to your script can be a game changer. Then you can now go on to talk about what you have. I um I've been a writer, okay, or I've written since you're a beginner, so I recently wrote, you see, I recently wrote a sample script. You can even say just for the fun of it, just for the fun of it. This is still subject to editing, by the way. Usually, I don't send, well, when I started, I don't just send the first thing that I write because I'm just starting and I had to reread and restructure everything again. Right now, I have a lot of templates that I just use from my own experience, my own particular template that is related to the industries that I'm sending proposals to. So the more you write, the more you find your flow, the more you find the right words to use that will actually get somebody to respond to you. Just for the fun of it, you can go through it here. Here's the link. You insert the link. And please, link.com. Prioritize attaching links to documents. I'm not saying you cannot attach documents. Please, by all means, attach a document if that's what you need, especially if it's a PDF document, for instance. But if you have a link, prioritize adding a link. Imagine you are the recruiter and you're interviewing people and all of them are sending you documents. Personally, I don't like that kind of thing. Why should I be saving unnecessary documents on my system? But if you send me a link that I can just click, go through and close it, it's not going to save, it's not going to affect my storage system. Perfect. That's good. So if you have a link, just share the link with them. And then at the end, you ask a question and go, how soon would you want me to start? Or something more technical like how apart from the listed requirements, are there other specific qualifications that you would prefer in your ideal candidate? Just the purpose of asking the question is to get them to actually respond. Your proposal is not to completely talk about you have 150 years experience. It's just to get that person to respond. When the person responds to your message, at least you have a better chance to convince them to give you their money. But if they don't respond, who do you want to convince? Nobody. So try not to write too much story in your proposal. Now, some people would say, how long should a proposal be? There is no limit. A proposal can be 50 words and it can be 150. In fact, it can be 500 words. As long as you know that what you're writing makes sense, is not too much, you are not floundering for words, you are not beating around the bush, you're making sense, and somebody can actually read it till the end without feeling like, oh my God, I just wasted 10 minutes of my life reading this nonsense. So there is no limit, there is no what's it called, low bar or high bar. Just pass your message. Qualifications you would want in your ideal candidate. Toxin. You can add your name. Why am I adding Brian? My name is not Brian. You can add your name. You don't have to add your name, anything you want. Then when you are done, I intentionally left all this spelling error so that you will understand that you're not a robot and you're going to make mistakes, especially when you're just typing directly from your head. So allow yourself to type what you think is the best proposal. When you're done, you can now start correcting spelling errors. And thank God, Upwork is going to tell you, my dear, this thing does not make sense. So they're going to paint it in red. And once you see red, at least you'll know that, okay, something is wrong. Good, let me see what's wrong. And then you make the corrections. So that's it. Another thing you might want to do is specifically mention the requirements. You can say, um, since this person has told you how many words the script should be, you can say my turnaround time, my average turnaround time for 1,500 word script is 16 hours. Is that something you can work with, or would you prefer me to shorten it? Just let the person know that yes, you actually read this job description and you're actually willing to give value, you're actually willing to solve their problems with your skills. So that's basically what a proposal is. And then when you're done, you send for connect. Please, if you don't have connect, don't be it. This is one horrible thing about Upwork right now. I don't know why they added this feature. People will increase connect just to put their own proposals at the top. Don't do that. Even if somebody has bidded for 20 connects, if you see that it's a job that you can do and the connect to apply are not so much, go ahead and apply without bidding. You're good. All right, moving on. A portfolio. Now, a portfolio is a collection of your work samples. It's a collection of what you've done. It tells the recruiter or your potential client that this is what you're capable of. And there are different, okay, and then clip. Clip is like just one or two samples. Some people use clips. Maybe you're applying for a journalistic kind of role, news writing, press release. They usually use the word clip. It still means the same. They just want to see a work sample. Now, portfolios can be in different formats. When somebody asks for my portfolio, sometimes I just send them this. This is a collection of all my published posts on LinkedIn. So you click on this link. Did I just say LinkedIn? On this website, insight.ng. So if you click on that link, the first thing it's going to tell you is an about me. And I'm an experienced SEO content writer, editor. I help individuals and business, blah, blah, blah. Then you're going to see examples of the things that I've written. Now, I have a variety of works on this particular page. So depending on what I'm actually applying for, I don't usually send this link. I just come directly to copy a particular link to something that I know is more relevant to the job I'm applying for. For instance, I'm applying for a job that is looking for somebody with knowledge of SEO. This is my go-to work sample. If they say send me a work sample, I'm going to send them this particular sample because it does two things. It tells them that I know how to write when, of course, when they start reading, and they enjoyed the reading. And number two, it tells them what I actually know as far as SEO is concerned. You get so that's it. That's an example of a portfolio. When people hear portfolio, they think big. You need to have a website of your own. You need to do this. It's good if you can have a website, and this is an example of a website. This is Adefe. Adeoye, this is her website. And if somebody asks for a portfolio, she's very free to submit this as a portfolio, right? It has a welcoming interface, tells you who I am. Hello, I'm Adefe. I'm this. I've been creating content for this. My core competencies are this. And then she goes, hire me today. And then these are work samples. Work samples. See? So this is what the what should I call it? Industry rated portfolio, writing portfolio looks like. But do not be deceived. You don't have to go and create a website. Who send you work? It's not compulsory you have a website at the beginning. As you develop yourself, as you grow as a freelance writer, you can go ahead and buy a domain name and create your own website. That's fine, but it is not compulsory. So, and yeah, that's it. So she has a blog. Her resume is a collection of published articles, right? Oh, you can check published articles here. See? So this is what a portfolio. You see that it's the exact same thing with what I just showed you about my own. It's it has a page with about her, who she is, what she does, and then it has a collection of her published articles. That's all people want to see. They just want to know who you are and what you're capable of. That's what a portfolio is. So you can have a portfolio like my own that is not on a personal website that just shows people, tells people who you are, and then shows examples of what you've done. Or you can go ahead and build a website. Now, if you want to do a website sort of portfolio, you can do it on Google Sites actually. It's also a free platform, and I'm just going to show you something I'm currently working on. So you can go to sites.google.com and try to design your own website. Which page did I work on recently? Okay, perfect. So this is this is it. I might even end up not publishing this. I'm not yet sure I want to have a website portfolio because what's the point? And again, I already have something that also looks like a portfolio on LinkedIn. Oh, why do I keep saying LinkedIn? On Medium. So this is it. This is my portfolio on Medium. It has a header banner very similar to what's on my LinkedIn page. In fact, your LinkedIn can even be your portfolio. You can go there and use your featured section to showcase your work samples, right? Featured. I used it to showcase my what's it called? My resume, because that's actually what's more important to me. At the end of the day, my education still comes before my writing. So, but depending on whatever it is that it's a priority to you, you can use your featured section to feature to show your work samples. That can be your portfolio. So it doesn't have to be a big deal. And remember, you're just starting out. You don't have to carry everything on top of your head like that. Yes, packaging is good, packaging is important, but there's a way you can still package without going overboard. Do you get? So that's it. This is still a sample of a portfolio. What my name is, fun facts about me, and then how to find me. Send me a message on LinkedIn or Twitter. That's it. And if you're somebody that is interested in multiple kinds of things, this is actually another way. Medium is a good place to show your multi-talent. So I use this, my Medium page, specifically for science writing, for biotech writing, bioinformatics, whatever. So what am I saying? When somebody asks for work sample, when somebody asks for a portfolio, when somebody asks for clips, they are asking for the same thing. Just find a way to present yourself. When somebody asks for a portfolio and I don't feel like sending this my author page, I can just send a link to one particular content, and then I tell them what that content is about. And then the next line, I now add the link to this particular page if they still feel like they want to read. What I'm doing there is trying to showcase my strength, that this is what is probably most important to you, the fact that I know about SEO and I'm a brilliant writer. But if you still want to see other samples of my work, here you go. This is the link. So that's what the portfolio is. Email outreach is well, it's exactly as it sounds, trying to build connection with email. So if you're into copywriting, sales copy, whatever, you're going to be hearing email outreach a lot, and you shouldn't be surprised when somebody uses that. A bio or a byline. Now, ghostwriting is the most common form of freelance writing, and that is when I think there is a particular part of this course that is going to specifically talk about ghostwriting, but that means you don't get credit for what you write. Yeah. And then there are other kinds of writing where you get credits like this. This is a kind of writing where I get credit. This is not my website, but I still get credit for what I've written because my name is attached to it. And this is an example of a bio or a byline. This right here, this is my bio. This shows that I'm the owner of that. I'm going to show you another one. Woman.ng. Yikes. Okay. Okay, there it is. All right. So this is on another website. I got credit for this too. And I have a bio or a byline at the end of the content that says, this is who the writer is. Says something short about me, and you can find her LinkedIn. I read some of her works here. So that's what the byline is. So when somebody says, okay, you're going to get the byline for what you write now, usually in that case, they might want to pay you less because they're giving you credit for your work. And I would say that's a very good bargain, depending on how less they want to pay you. So if you have an opportunity to write for a different company, any reasonable company at all that is willing to give you a byline, please take it. It helps with your own self-confidence and helps people trust you that somebody is willing to actually give you credit for this thing that you have written. Okay. Next is a content brief or a creative brief. Now, this means that your clients or your potential clients, if somebody says, okay, you're going to get the content brief with you, so it's telling you that your potential client to give you a detailed outline of what they're expecting from you. They're going to tell you how to structure it. Sometimes they'll tell you the kind of headlines to use. Sometimes they'll tell you exactly the product that they want to market in that particular content. Maybe you're writing a blog post now and they intend to sell a product at the end of that blog post. They're going to tell you what they need you to sell in that blog post. That's what the content brief is. I'm going to try to search for an example of a content brief. Something about water, okay, water purification. So this was a ghostwriting gig throughout, and okay, so for this particular client, this is their own example of the content brief. So for every writer that they get, they give them what they should write. Look at this. Tell me what the title is. You're not permitted to change the title. It should be 1,300, 1,500 words. They say you should explain in details all the possible reasons why the water could be leaking from the heater. Then it is important that you do this. Also briefly discuss. Please provide snippet style answers. Of course, this is a blog post and they're telling you that um they want an opportunity to rank on Google as snippets, featured snippets for this particular keyword. So this is telling you that these things should find their way to your header tags. right? And you're going to see at the end, will the leaking water explode? What is the plug on my water heater? Why is my anode leaking? There's going to be a part. Do you see? Will the leaking water explode? This is H2. What is the plug? Why is my anode rod leaking? So to an extent, they've given you exactly what they want um, from you in terms of deliverable. Let's talk about deliverable next. So if you go beyond, like if you do not, it's okay to go beyond what they ask for, right? But it's not okay to omit something that they specifically asked for. You get? So this is what they specifically asked for. They want you to give detailed reasons why it could be leaking. They want you to give solutions, very clear solutions. And then they tell you they specifically want this. And that doesn't mean I cannot add stuff to it. I added stuff to it now. I added this, how to locate the source of the leak. And I don't think that was part of the content brief. Then I gave them reasons and then I gave solutions, right? Okay, I gave solutions directly under the reasons. And then I provided those specific things that they asked for. And then I gave my conclusion. So this is what the content, sometimes content brief, let me look under content brief. XIQ. Hmm, Okay, I can't find it. I think this is the name. Okay, there it is. All right, so this is the brief that I was given, and this is nope. This is the deliverable right here. So some briefs can be longer than others. All this thing now is a brief. This is what the client sent to me. This is what desired output. This is what we want from you. They gave a lot of preamble and then they told me this is what we want you to do, right? So some people give you very detailed what's it called? Briefs. When they give you a brief, please and please follow the instructions. That's the best way to make them happy and to actually get paid and get recommendations, get them to like what it is that you did. And this was the deliverable here. This was the deliverable. So that's it for content brief. So content brief is when your client tells you exactly what they want you to do. Then deliverable. Deliverable is simple. Just what you are submitting to your clients. Do they want it as a PDF? Do they want it to be not more than 2,000 words? So deliverable is it refers to the type of document that you're submitting, the content of the document, like the word count, the structure. Some people specifically tell you they don't want more than three headers, three subheadings in their content. Whatever you do not put more than three headers. So that's what deliverable is. That's just what it is. So this is another thing that I use to ask question when I'm sending a proposal on Upwork. If the person doesn't mention the kind of deliverable, I can just ask them, okay, what would you want the deliverable to be like? Do you want it to be in form of blog post? Do you want PDFs? Do you want me to upload it directly to your WordPress account? Something like that. Then another term is pitch. Come on, I already explained pitch. I don't even need to go into that. You should pitch. Pitch can be cold pitching. It can be warm pitching, right? Cold pitching is when you're reaching out to a stranger. Warm pitching is when you try to establish a relationship before you ask them for their money. So it's all about the money, right? So that's just the difference. But everything is still pitching. And then the last one is rates and rates proposal. Now, rates is what you charge for for the job that you do. As a beginner, whether you're a beginner or you're experienced, there is no bar to put on top of it. It all falls back to you. But if I was to give if somebody asks me how much should I charge, I would give a response based on after I have seen what you're capable of actually. Because let's face it, the quality of your output determines how much you can charge eventually. As far as dollar is concerned, I started with $20 per article. Doesn't mean it's my my writing quality was bad, but I had never had um what's it called now? A foreign client. That was my first client ever. So I was very receptive to the job. And then eventually I grew. Right now on it's between the range of 200 to 250, 400, depending on the kind of work that I'm delivering. So your rates depend on industry rates. Please don't undercharge yourself. Even as a beginner, you should not be charging $5 per piece. $5 is an insult to what you are capable of, even if you are a beginner. It's very low. To check the industry, check what people are willing to offer. For your first jobs, you can set the bar low. This is not an industry advice, by the way, it's just a personal advice. You can set the bar low for your first job, but as you progress, please increase that price. People are charging an insane amount of money per article, and you can get there too. Okay, and then sometimes people don't ask for your rate, they ask for your rate proposal. Let me show you what the rate proposal is. Rate proposal. Okay. Now, a rate proposal shows what you charge and what you will deliver, right? So somebody asked me for a rate proposal. That was actually the first time the person asked me. That was in July. I think that was in June, actually, because I recently edited it in July. So that was the first time anybody had ever asked me for a rate proposal. And I was like, okay, let's do this. So a rate proposal is telling them what you're going to do. This is SEO writing and review proposal. Now, for blog post, if you want a blog post from me, if it's less than or equal to 1,000 words, and I'm not getting credit for it, I'm going to charge this. If I'm getting credit with the byline, do you remember what I said the byline or bio is, right? If I'm getting the bio, I'll be willing to charge 250 to 150. 1K, 1,000 words to maybe 3,000 words. If it's ghostwritten, I'm going to charge 1,000. With the byline, I'm going to charge this. You get. And then what will you be getting? What exactly should you expect from the blog post that I'm going to submit to you? I'm going to do keyword research. I'm going to give you unique and optimized content. I'm going to do WordPress formatting for you. I'm going to do SEO check, all green on Yoast. Many business owners use WordPress and they use Yoast plugin for SEO. So if you have experience with Yoast and you can tell them that you can get green, trust me, you need to get some people running after you, because some of my nicely paying gigs I did not even have to do too much for. They just told me, please, we need meta description for 100 blog posts and we'll pay you this amount of money. Yes, please, bring it on. So this is what you're going to get. Now, this other one is SEO review. That's the content already exists, and you just want me to optimize. I'm going to do title tag, URL check, linking, keyword, meta description, all of this. This is what you're going to get if you pay me. So this is an example of a review proposal. You can improve it. You can check online for more detailed stuff. But that's what somebody means when they ask you for a rate proposal. They're just asking you for what you charge and what they should expect for that amount of money. Okay, moving on. Tips for successful freelance writing. Okay, always show up. Consistency matters. Well, those two are very similar. Always show up here means once you've decided that you want to give freelance writing a chance, do not go one day without pitching, without applying for something, even if it's one proposal, which is very low on its own. Just make sure that every single day you're putting yourself out there. You're giving yourself a better chance at getting an opportunity, because as you may have heard, and as I may have said a couple of times, nobody's going to find you if you don't put yourself there. If you don't make noise, if you don't apply for jobs, nobody's going to know anything about you. So show up, send proposals, send pitches, connect with people, just be there, be present for the opportunity so that when it presents itself, you will be able to hold on to it. Now, consistency matters, but quality over quantity always. Um, Some people would say go to LinkedIn, be active on LinkedIn, be posting every day. My dear, don't post every day. It is hard to be posting every day, and eventually you're going to run out of things to write about. And I know this is not very popular advice, but trust me, you will run out of things to write about, and you're going to get tired of writing. So consistency is not just about posting on social media. It's about interacting with people. It's about going there intentionally trying to connect with people and say, "Hi, how are you doing? I noticed that you're a content strategist. How's the job been? What is it like handling writers?" Just connect with people, speak to people without asking for anything in return. Just connect with them, interact with people's posts, drop a comment, a reasonable comment. Don't just say congratulations or well said and then you walk away. That's not a comment. That's just show. So quality over quantity. It's not about how many times you put, it's about the value that you're putting out there when you eventually post. Be ready for bad days. There are always going to be bad. In fact, sometimes 90% of the days are bad days. So just be prepared for it. Be prepared for violence, be prepared for rejection, be prepared for somebody to tell you that because you're in Nigeria, they are not going to give you a job. In fact, every Nigerian freelancer can will have a story about that. I have a very recent story about that that really pissed me off because we spent over a month going back and forth arranging stuff, and at the end of the day they went, "Oh, you're in Nigeria, we can't pay people in Nigeria." Like what? So just be ready for the parties. And when they come, well, take ice cream if you have ice cream, eat biscuits if you like biscuits, and then move on to the next day. It gets better. Don't stop learning. The freelance writing industry grows every day. New niches evolve every day. New um content expectation evolve every day. Sometimes people will tell you they want more numbers in their content. They want you to put statistics. They want you to mention big names. They want you to interview these. Don't stop learning. Just stay updated on industry trends and try to keep up. Then package yourself well. Like I said, when somebody asks for your portfolio, people tend to think they want to see a website. They don't always want to see a website. If you send them your LinkedIn profile or you can send them the link to a featured page on your LinkedIn profile, that's packaging enough. It's proof that you have something to offer. Published blog post if you're a blog writer, or a published landing page if you're a sales writer, or an email list if you're an email copywriter is all samples. They are all work samples, things that you can use to showcase your talent. So whatever it is, just make sure that your packaging is solid, is authentic enough to prove that yeah, you're what you say you are. You're not just all talk and no show. And finally, give every job your best shot. I cannot emphasize this enough. Every job, every opportunity you get, an internship, a volunteer work. I mean, it's volunteer. The one that put your head and say you want to do volunteer. Treat it like a job and give it your best shot. It's not just about the money. It's about what people say about it. It's about recommendations, about referrals. There are people in my network that we've never spoken one to one, but when somebody comes to me and say, "Aha, Alima, I need business plan writing. I don't have strength. I'll send you to this person." That people I send them to are just people that I know that they're capable. It's not like we are friends or we have this relationship going on. It doesn't work that way. So whatever it is you do, just do it well. People are watching, people will see. And when the opportunity comes, they will be able to remember you. And of course, make yourself memorable. Use your name. Oh my God. Let me add that just in case you don't hear it in this video. Maybe you are distracted and you're going through the slides. Use your name on social media. Your real name or a consistent name. Use your name, please. Just be proud of your name. It doesn't matter what your name is. Just make sure that your name is reflecting everywhere that you appear. Let that name reflect. Let it continue reflecting that this is this person. So that when it's time to remember, it's very easy for somebody to say, "Oh, there is this person. Her name is this. His name is this." You can find this person on LinkedIn. And when somebody goes to search for you on LinkedIn or on Facebook, they're going to find you with that particular name. So please use your real name. Don't go using nicknames that nobody's going to remember. Use your real name. Your name is unique. Well, our names are not very unique right now, but still use your real name, please. Um, Okay, this is going to be the final slide for freelance writing. These are resources on our website. Now, this is a full guide to setting up an Upwork account. It's there, just go through it. It explains everything. In fact, there is an embedded YouTube video there for you to just go. Where is it? Mm-hmm. And comment. Yeah, this is an embedded YouTube video. Calm down, find time and watch this video. You're going to set up your um Upwork profile in minutes. Just if you just calm down and follow this video, if you don't already have a video. So um an account on Upwork, right? And even if you do, you can still go through it, make some changes, make some adjustments to, rebrand and reposition yourself. Um, this is also additional tips for Upwork. This is something I created because I was getting a lot of questions or requests from newbies, freelance writers that were saying that they didn't have a portfolio, like they don't have a portfolio of published blog posts. Yeah, that was the word. And people keep asking for work samples, right? Like, how do you get it? By the way, you can build a portfolio on Insight, but you have to be actually qualified. You have to go through an interview process to build your portfolio here. But that's by the way. If you have even to build a portfolio on Insight right now, during the interview, you're going to need to show a work sample, right? So how do you show a work sample when you don't even have a portfolio? You can show it using Google, right? So in this guide, I completely broke down everything you need to do to create a portfolio on Google Docs. And remember, a portfolio is just something that shows your work samples. It doesn't have to be on a fancy website. A simple document that says, "Oh, this is the owner of this document," is enough to show to prove that yes, you are capable of writing, and that's all you need to do. I'm trying to find the link to because I inserted the link to a sample portfolio. I also have a portfolio on Google Docs and they are all ghostwritten posts. Where is it? Give me a minute. Okay, here it is. Aha. So this is a writing portfolio. Sometimes when I look at this thing, it's like, am I the one that wrote all this? Where is all the money that I made there from all this content? Yeah. But anyway, that's by the way. This is the writing portfolio. And it shows whoever is on this page now, whoever opens this document now, is going to see that, okay, this girl has written um tech related content, right? This girl has written lifestyle and relationship. This girl has written on home improvements, huh? So if I wanted to pitch a kitchen company, like or a catering company, for instance, now I have a sample to show them that I know something about taking care of the kitchen, right? And it's not exactly what they'll be looking for, but it's proof that there's an interest somewhere in you that can actually write for their business. Do you get? This is an example of academic writing. I even indicated here there is APA references style. This is education content. Wow, this is plenty. But anyway, you get my point now. All of these things, they are not published anywhere. Everything is on Google Docs because it is ghostwriting and I did not sign an NDA. So I can show people that I'm the one that wrote this thing. Everything is ghostwriting. You click on this, it's going to take you to another Google document where you can actually read what is there. Now, this is already on the blog post, right? But something I need to mention to you, please and please, if you're sending a Google document to somebody, please make it accessible. I'm begging you. Don't send a document that is restricted. By default, and when you create a document on Google Docs, Google tries to protect your work. So it is restricted by default. Any new document you create is restricted by default. It is your job as somebody that wants to showcase your writing talent to go to the document. You can do this on your phone. So just go to details on your phone and um search for details, search for anyone. I explained it in the blog post, so don't let me go into that. and change it to anyone with the link can view. Viewing access is enough. You don't need them to edit or touch your content. These editors here are people that I work with. These are my clients, so they can have edit access. But anybody, any other person that wants to see it, they can just view, and that's the end. They don't need to be able to edit. You just need them to see that this is your content. And please, please be very careful what you do. Do not share somebody else's content as your own on Google Docs, because if you have a client like me that is very familiar with Google Docs, because at this point, Google Docs is like my best friend as far as writing is concerned, I'm going to know who owns the document. It's very easy for me to track who owns the document. So if you send somebody else's file on somebody else's email, it is possible that you created another person's email, but when you can, please make it your own document so that it's going to cement the proof or solidify the authenticity of that content that you're submitting as a sample. So that's it. Make sure your content is accessible. Do not make it restricted. Anything that you want to link to on this simple portfolio like this, make sure that it is acceptable, right? If you're a fiction writer, just write it there. Short stories, example of short stories. You can even go Facebook post as a header and put the link. Another thing you should pay attention to here is you notice that I did not just insert the link docs.google something something. No, write your text, right? Write your text. I am a girl. That's the title of the document, right? And insert your link into the text. Don't just write what's this? Don't just come and write link like this. That is poor user experience. Like you're just telling the person that you are not serious, that you're not even trying to make things easy for them. It is disorienting. Like, what's all this number? What am I supposed to use all these numbers to do? Who? What is this? Do you get? So you don't have a website, but that doesn't mean you should not package yourself well. So if you want to create as a beginner, you want to create a portfolio on Google Docs, you can do this. It's very simple, it's straightforward, and just make it presentable. That's all. That's all you need, right? Okay. Please go through this guide if you don't already have a portfolio and use it. And then there are some other resources here. Soft skills you need for freelancing. What's this one? How to become a successful ghostwriter. It's also on our blog. So there are a lot of resources on our blog. Feel free to go through the freelancing section. Most of them are related to writers actually, because the majority of us are writers, so we can relate more to writers, and problems that we solve resonate more with writers. And then there is one more thing I want to call your attention to. Recently, or well, depending on when you're watching this, in November 2022, we had our anniversary event, Insightpreneur, that's the name of the event, where we invite successful people to talk about their experience and whatever. So one very important okay, doesn't matter, just come here and search for Insightpreneur, right? You search for Insightpreneur, you're going to see videos. Yep, this is the one I want to send you to. Go, 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 go. This person is a freelance writer. This person is Adeife Adeoye. This person's what's the call? That's why I tried to use her website as an example. That's the person speaking there. So she talked about positioning yourself for global opportunities as a freelancer. It was a very raw and honest presentation. She talked about how to get jobs. So it is free. It's right there on the YouTube channel. So please go there and look, watch it, find time to sit down and watch it. It's a lot of work, like it takes time, but come on, you have to give something to get something. So give your time to it and listen to the tips that she dropped in applying and sending pitches. They're all there free of charge. Nobody's charging you for that. And then there is one other one I want to send you to. It's for journalistic writing. Yep, this one. If you're interested in journalistic writing, please please go through this recording. You're going to gain a lot of things from there. So yeah, I think that's all. That's all I have for you for freelance writing. Thanks for watching. Start implementing. Don't just watch and forget about it. It doesn't work that way. You have to actually put yourself out there and then expect or pray for results. Yeah. So best of luck. I'm going to see you in the next video where I'll be talking about selling digital products as a writer. Thanks for watching. Bye.